Kartabhaja. The Kartabhaja Bengali, Kartabhaja, also known as the Kartabhaja Sampradaya Bengali, Kartabhaja Sampradaya. It had a significant following in the late 18th century and early 19th century, but its following declined considerably in the early 20th century. The founder of this community was Aulchand or Aulechand c. 1686–1769, about whom very little is known except a number of legends. Significant early leaders of this community were Ramsharan Pal, a disciple of Aulchand, his wife Sarasvati, popularly known as Sati Ma, and their son Dulalchandra Pal. Under their leadership, Ghoshpara village, presently a neighbourhood of Kalyani city in Nadia district, became a major centre of activities and later a pitha for the sect. An annual fair in Ghoshpara, known as the Sati Mar Dol Mela, is held in honour of Sati Ma on the day of Dol Purnima in February/March every year. This fair is attended by many followers of this sect. Aulchand and his disciples. Aulchand, founder of this community, was also known as Aul Mahaprabhu, Kangali Mahaprabhu, Thakir Thakur, Siddha Purush, Sain Gosain, and Purnachandra amongst his followers. Most of the legends on Sati Mahaprabhu Aulchand or Aulechand are collected by Horace Hayman Wilson and Akshay Kumar Datta. According to these legends, in 1616 Saka era 1694, Mahadab Bahrawi, a peasant of Ula village, found Aulchand, an 8-year boy, in his betel vine and decided to adopt him. After 12 years Aulchand left Ula. Next, he resided in the house of a landlord for 14 years. Next 1.5 years he lived somewhere in eastern Bengal and then started travelling from one place to another. At the age of 37, he came to Bedra village and Hatu Ghosh became his disciple. Soon, Ramsharan Pal also became his disciple. Besides Ramsharan Pal and Hatu Ghosh, his principal disciples included Bechu Ghosh, Ju Ghosh, Nayan Das, Laxmikanta, Nityananda Das, Kelarem Udasin, Krishnadas Hari Ghosh, Kanai Ghosh, Shankar, Nitai Ghosh, Anandaram, Manohar Das, Vishnu Das, Kanu Gobinda, Shyam Kansari. He died in Boyal village in the present-day Nadia district in 1691, Saka era 1769. In addition to his 22 principal disciples, Aulchand had a number of followers, both Hindu and Muslim. The disciples of Aulchand believed him as the reincarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After Aulchand's death, his followers were divided into two major groups. His principal 8 disciples, under the leadership of Ramsharan Pal, established a centre for religious activities at Ghoshpara. The other group founded their centre at Pari village near Chakdaha and cremated Aulchand's body there. The leadership of the group led by Ramsharan Pal became hereditary after his death, and his descendants were mentioned as the Shriyat or the Shriyat. The sectarian literature of this community mentioned the Guru's leaders as the Mahashay's hosts and the common members as the Bharati's guests. Dulalchandra Pal. In 1783, after the death of Ramsharan Pal, his wife Sati Ma became the leader of the community, and she was succeeded by her son Ramjulal Pal, or Dulalchandra Pal 1775–1852 after her death. His anthology of spiritual songs, mostly written between 1824–28 under the nom de plume Lal Shashi, were collected by his 4 disciples and known as Bhavar Gita spiritual songs. Almost 500 spiritual poems and songs written by a number of poets belonging to this community were published in 2 volumes titled. These works include most of the songs of Lal Shashi. Dulalchandra Pal was succeeded by wife and she was succeeded by their son Ishvarchandra Pal. Practices and beliefs. According to H. Wilson, the distinctions of the Indian caste system were not followed by the members of this sect during their religious celebrations. According to Akshay Kumar Datta, the principal religious practices were chanting mantra and Pramanusan ritual of love, which they believe would lead to Siddhi perfection. The members of this sect met together regularly in these meetings known as Baithaks, continued till early morning. In these Baithaks they shared the expressions of prim love by crying, trembling, laughing loudly, and grinding their teeth. The four classes of the sect were all Bal, dervishes, and sane. References equals